We're in a game of League and I'm about to show you how to win your games as Miss Fortune. What is up guys, my name is MipZ and welcome back for yet another League of Legends video. So today we are playing none other than Miss Fortune, and this champion is honestly a lot of fun to play. She's pretty amazing, and especially if you're kind of at this like either beginner or like mediocre intermediate place, this champion does fall off a little bit as you get into really high elo. She's still playable, but definitely for the lower elos, she's absolutely insane because of how punishing she can be with her ult for the enemy team. Like, she's absolutely ridiculously good. Anyways, what we are going to be doing in this video is that I'm going to teach you guys how to play this champion in the early, mid, and late game. So the overall, like a macro strategy on her. And I'm going to be using this game as kind of a example so you guys can get led into my train of thought, what I'm thinking, why I'm doing certain things, and hopefully you'll be able to learn quite a lot from this video and otherwise be a little bit entertained. Anyways, if you guys do enjoy this or find it helpful or anything, then make sure to hit that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. It really does help me out a lot. And also, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, then make sure to go down below, click that subscribe button, join into our awesome community. And lastly, if you want to see me live, then go to twitch.tv/MipZ_live. I stream every now and then when it fits in, and I would love to hang out with you guys. All right, so with all this said, let's just kind of jump into it. We'll walk down in lane. We just held out Poppy with the leash. Or Lulu was apparently a little bit AFK, and it's quite a weird lane that we're playing against. I'm actually a little afraid they're gonna cheese through the bush there. Yeah, I had a bad feeling about this. I might have to just run here and flash over. Yeah, we're gonna do this. The worst thing is I was thinking about this. I was thinking they're probably gonna cheese it right here. Like, it's so obvious with this. Like, it's such a cheesy comp they're playing. So yeah, why wouldn't they do this? I just, even though I kind of expected it, I like didn't want to expect it because it was too cheesy. But we have to waste our flash for it. This lane is actually not going to be necessarily the easiest lane ever, because they're going to have a lot of healing. He's going to be really difficult to deal with, this Kenj, because he's tanky. The jump, he has Yumi. Like, it's actually going to be a really annoying lane that we're gonna sit in here, but we'll try our best to make it work. I hate when I do face these kind of comps when I'm like showing you guys how to play a champ, because it does give it kind of another feel. Then it's not a comp that you guys are gonna like face very often. So I'm gonna try at the best of my abilities to kind of relate something, even though some things are played differently in this comp or against this comp. Then I'm gonna try to still explain how it would look in a combo where you're actually playing against a ranged ADC instead of a Kenj. All right, anyway, all that aside, let's talk about the early game. So for the early game, you do, of course, just like with all other ADCs, you want to try and get the level 2 power spike. In this one, we just simply weren't able to because we got cheesed by the bush with them hiding here, and I had to flash and they got level 2 first. But otherwise, generally speaking, you want to try and get the level 2 power spike. This is super good for you because it's going to put you in a great position to start really showing off who's the master of this lane. A lot of people totally like disregard how important or how good level 2 power spikes are. And you really shouldn't. If you're level 2 and they're level 1, you basically need to almost with any champ, you need to walk up into their face and basically start attacking them and firing off your stuff together with your support, because you should be winning. Like one level advantage is literally equal to about 400 or 500 gold. It's very, very significant and very, very strong. And also, especially in the early game, level 2 and level 3, where you don't have all of your abilities, it's probably worth even more. So it's good to keep that in mind. This lane is probably going to be kind of a stale lane. I'm going to try and poke as much as I can. And the way you play Miss Fortune generally in lane, even against this, is that you want to, every time they walk into our range, if we have the extra energy for it. And what I mean with extra energy is that I'm not missing minions because I'm trying to poke. So I never want to poke instead of taking a minion. But if I can poke, without having to give up minions for it, that's what I want to do. And the way we poke with Miss Fortune is we have our passive or or love tap. Not double tap is our Q, or love tap. And love tap is extremely good because every time we hit a target, any target, minion or champion for the first time, then we sit in a scenario where we actually, whoop, okay, maybe I should have waited with that ward. Every time we hit them for the first time, then Miss Fortune deals extra damage to that target, which is extremely cool. I'm gonna see if I can get this minion. Thank you. Which is extremely cool because this means that if we swap between targets, it actually resets. So the way you can see that a target has already had the effect of the love tap, your passive, is that you can see an icon like this one. Of course, depending on your skin, but with this one, you can see this little heart. If I then attack another target, it applies it to another target, and that first shot gives more damage. The cool thing is that if I attack this minion and then throws my Q, then you can see my Q actually also applies the love tap to the last target that it bounces to. This means that let's say that we're fighting this Kench and Yuumi. Then like this comp is of course a little awkward, but let's say for the sake of kind of explanation that Yuumi jumps off from Kench. Then as we're attacking Kench, if that's the target we're going for, then I auto attack him once before queuing, because this basically means that since I'm auto attacking him first, I get my love tap, like I get the extra damage from love tap, then I Q, and the Q then bounces on Kench to Yuumi. And this then means, I'm gonna have to flash here, and this then means that I'm actually gonna be able to do another love tap onto Kench, because the Q hit Yuumi last, that applied the love tap to her. It dealt this extra damage to her. So this is like one of the very, very cool things about Miss Fortune, is how you can use this love tap. And you want to make sure, and that's why I see a lot of mistakes with people using their Q prior to auto attacking. You generally don't want to do this. You want to make sure that you auto attack, then Q, and then you have the auto attack again, because you deal this extra damage. Like even against Kench, like let's say that we go for this guy, we wanna hit him, but Yuumi is on top of him. Then still, if we Q and there's a minion we can hit behind him with the Q, then the love tap is gonna apply to that target, and then it's gonna disappear from Kench, meaning we deal that full extra damage on Kench on our next auto attack anyway. Like it doesn't have to be a champion that our Q hits on this second round around. So this is like pretty interesting and really, really cool. I'm gonna try and see if I can help here. I'm in a really bad spot though. Like I'm trying to find my way into this engage, but this is a really difficult engage for me. Yeah, I'm out of here. I'm not gonna be able to win this. I'm not gonna go full in. Yeah, our position here is the reason why. Like I'm gonna play safe on that one, because I know for a fact, if I had a level 6, which I didn't, but I do have it now, I think I might actually just do this, because we're gonna go for a quick back, because they're right now rotating down here, and I want to get it under turret. So I'm using my ult to shove under turret to basically let me lose less gold. I can do this. Yep, thank you. I'll go back and get this. Like the thing is, if I stayed here to try and clean up this wave, there's a good chance that we would just basically get killed. So we're using our ult. Generally speaking, I don't want to use ult to clean minions, but in some cases it may be necessary, especially if I didn't do it right here. They would have gotten to push this turret a lot more than they will now. Set is still down here, which puts a free lane in top side, but I'm gonna see if I can do some damage here. Oh, whoop. Let's see, Yuumi ult. Alright, so Set should hopefully be gone from down here now. If he doesn't, he's gonna lose too much in top side. Okay, he's TPing. we go. Grab that one. Grab that one. All right. So now we've talked about kind of the basics of poking on MISS FORTUNE. You can also use your E to kind of help your, like, to kind of make it easier to poke. I'm just going to try and kite away. To slow their movement down, which is of course really, really good. Like, your E is a really great ability as well. And it has a pretty long range, which is awesome. In terms of talking about your ult, then your ult is mostly just used, like, you want to use it when you're safe, when they don't have any CC that can suddenly interrupt your cast, because it's so easy to stop a MISS FORTUNE. It's so easy to stop her ult if they have some kind of CC. So that's something you want to be very, very, very mindful of, especially as we get into team fighting and like mid to late game. We'll talk more about that there. But yeah, here in the early game on MISS FORTUNE, like, MISS FORTUNE is not a champ that you'd particularly pick just to like to win laning phase. Like, she's not the strongest laner, but she's not bad either at all. Like, she's pretty easy in terms of laning phase, and she's pretty safe. She's especially because a lot of champions can struggle with farming under turret, but MISS FORTUNE doesn't because of her passive. It's very easy to just farm under turret, hang out, and just like get what you need, right? So this is kind of what you want to make sure that you keep in mind. Like, she's both good at playing when she's sitting under turret, and she's also good when shoving up under theirs. Ideally, you wanna have the lane as safely as possible, like around the mid. Or if it's if you're playing against somebody who has low range, let's say something like a Vayne, then getting them up under the turret can be extremely good, because it's gonna make it difficult for them to deal with you, because you're gonna be able to sit and poke them, and you're gonna have the minion advantage. So that's ideally where you want to put something like a Vayne or even a Tristana. Tristana is also really nice getting up under the turret, because like, Tristanas can't really farm under turret. They suck at it like so bad. Oh god, my ult here was really bad. I don't know, I angled it wrong, to be honest, but whatever. All right, I want to be looking for a back pretty soon. I think they're looking to jump in. Oh, holy crap, this hurts. All right, I think I'm just gonna back here. I want to play it safe. I don't want to die. He's pretty tanky, and he just regains so much health from this Yuumi. We need an Executioner's Calling fairly early to stop the healing as well. But I want to finish off Kraken Slayer before we go to that point. But like, as I said, this lane we're playing against, it's not a normal thing to face. And it is just a lane where I'm basically playing against a tank with a hell of a lot of regen that also has a Yuumi. So our chances of killing him are pretty slim, unless we do get help. Like, it's not impossible, but they're pretty slim. And we had one chance of doing something, and I kind of failed my ult. So that in mind, could have gone better. Anyways, against these lower range champions like Trist and Vayne, you want to try and shove them under turret, such that you can poke them using your Q. Whoop. Yeah, I see these guys. And using your and once you've poked them down a little bit, you can like ult them under turret and literally kill them there, or literally just like poke them out of lane. And that's also going to give you a huge advantage, especially a farm, and especially against something like a Tristana. Anyways, with MISS FORTUNE, just like any other ADC, it is very, very, very important to just focus on your farm. Make sure you get your gold. Like, even though this is like kind of an awkward lane, you can see that we're following along in farm. Like, he's not even like, we're actually a little ahead, or we're actually completely equal. But all right, it's all right. Oh, that is very unfortunate. I could probably have ulted. I don't know, maybe I should have. I felt like Yeah, I could probably order this. I'm a little unsure whether or not that would have been better in this case. I think it might have been. But we tried doing as much as we could damage-wise. Oh, he's coming back with like 1,000,000 health. Yeah, we're dead here. We may be able to kill the Yumi. Oh, she's jumping on again. Yeah. So this is what I mean. This is such an awkward one. Okay, we did get her down. We did get Yumi down. She jumped off. We punished her. That was a big mistake on her account. But yeah, it's a very, very, very awkward lane to play against. Didn't really think he would come back out. I thought they backed. But yeah, I totally forgot about the fact that Yumi can click once and he's basically full health. So that's interesting. This is, yeah, a very, 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 very awkward lane. And he is actually, like now, he's pretty fed. He has 3 kills. But we got out of this. Okay, we got 1 kill. So at least I made up for our death. But it's, let's be real, it's not a great scenario. But the reason why you do pick Miss Fortune is not to be like a 1v1 or skirmisher at all. You're picking Miss Fortune for her team fighting potential. This is what she's good at. So the fact that we're just like somewhat equal, we're doing okay, is super good. This is all we need in order to really do well here. Okay, I'm pretty screwed here. Yeah, I shouldn't have gone back into this and helped. God dang it. God freaking dang it. But yeah, this Kench is really being a pain in the butt, to be honest. He's really, really annoying. He's super tanky. We need to get that Executioner's Calling as our next thing. And then I think we might have to build like a Lord Domink to try and deal with him, because he's becoming so tanky at this point, and he's building more or less full armor against us. So we have to kind of build this item specifically against him, which sucks. But yeah, a man's got to do what a man's got to do, right? All right. So yeah, pretty simple. Let's just sum up the laning phase real quick before moving on to the mid game, because as we get this turret down, we are going to move into pretty much the mid game or mid game phase of the game, I guess, or whatever you say. So yeah, summing up, early game, play safe, get your farm, poke with your Q and your auto attacks as much as you can, as long as you don't give up farm for it. So you don't want to miss farm because you're poking. Against low range champions, you want to try and shove them under turret. That's really, really good, because then you are in a position where I'm actually just gonna, shouldn't have taken extra level in E, but whatever. Okay, so we're missing a little more on this turret, and sadly this Kench is back, and I'm really afraid of this guy at this point, because he is just a monster. He's so tanky, it's insane. Nice. All right, this is great. And here comes the ult. No! Are you kidding me? I'm slowed, otherwise I would flash after him. Oh no. Alright. Interesting match, this one. Alright, but good ult by Shen. I was considering flashing it under turret to finish off Twisted Fate. Maybe I should have, but my concern was I was pretty low. Plus, if I did do this, since I was so slow and flashing under, I think the turret would have killed me. That's the reason why I didn't do it. Because we would definitely been able to get him. Holy crap. All right, and also their team is absolutely insanely fed. But that's just gonna make this game more interesting, I think. Like, again, I think it's actually pretty nice when we do get some of these games where I show the champions, even in games that are not going like extremely well, where I like, oh, what do you say? Like games that are not showing me just absolutely completely and utterly stomping them, and then you guys go into a game and it's just not realistic for you to perform that way as you try the champion the first time, and you're not going to be one-shotting things. So showing you guys a game that is more equal or even behind, and hopefully coming back into the game, is probably a lot more interesting, or at least a lot more informative, and much more to learn for you guys than me just stomping somebody. All right, in terms of MISS FORTUNE and good things to play together with, is definitely like synergies, like things with heavy CC. Like Leona is insane with her, super fun. There's a lot of good utility champs that works with her, so I can definitely recommend it. Even something like Seraphine, Nautilus, maybe even Maokai. Maokai has been in a better state than he is currently. Maybe he's great at the point of in time where you guys are watching this, but right now he's kind of in like an iffy state. But something like Seraphine is actually extremely good with MISS FORTUNE because of their ult synergy is so good. Like a Seraphine ults and it charms everybody to walk towards you, while you just pop your ult right in their face and melt them completely. Like, it's awesome. All right, so at this point we're kind of moving into like the mid game of things, and what you want to be doing in the mid game as MISS FORTUNE is, first of all, you never want to be running around alone. There are a very few number of scenarios where you can run alone, and that's basically if you either for some reason need to go to a side lane to push something back, and you know where everybody on the enemy team is, or they're dead for some reason and you're not doing another objective, which should be weird. But in general, like, you want to always stick together with your support as a pure minimum, and for objectives you want to stay behind your teammates. So you want to be playing the back line. So right here we're just gonna ult right in their face. This is gonna kind of zone everybody off, so we can do something about this Kench, right? Nice. So we actually did quite a lot right there. And again, whoop, it's really starting to help that we do have this healing decrease. We might actually, I'm considering whether or not we should finish off the Mortal Reminder fully here, or if we should start building one of our other items. All right, so you jump to a target, we're running away. I'm gonna go down bot. There's a huge wave, and this is one of the scenarios where like where I'm like, it's okay to go somewhere alone because I do know where the enemy is. Also, I need to be a little careful. They do have a Twisted Fate, but I want to go down here. I want to shove this single wave here. I'm not gonna stay for too long. Maybe we can just take the turret, greed a little bit, since we still do have vision on Twisted Fate. But I do think it's gonna be this and then run, because they could come down here very, very easily. All right, so as we're doing this, we'll back off, and yeah, as I was saying in the mid game, you want to go to the mid lane, and this is where you want to be with your support. Pretty often, especially if you're playing below like plat, mid plat, then people are probably not going to know that they're supposed to rotate away from there. And what I basically mean with this is that your mid laner will just stay in the mid lane together with you. He might ping you off or whatever. Generally speaking, what you can do is you can ask your mid laner to go to the side lanes. If he doesn't and he's stubborn, then instead you have to go there yourself. And the reason for this is that sharing gold with your mid laner is awful, or not specifically with your mid laner. It's sharing gold with too many at the same time for too long is really bad. So having 3 people in the same lane and then having one lane where everything is just dying by itself is really bad. In this scenario right here, I'm not telling Kassadin to go top, because if I did and he listened, he would probably go kill himself, because this lane right now is just like, it's pushed too far. So somebody can't really go there before things are pushed back a little bit. We're gonna take a little bit of this and we're gonna run. I'm gonna pop this because I think they're there. Yep, they are. And we're running off. And I just popped my E here because I knew they were on this side of the map. And I knew that I'm probably not going to be able to, like... Whoop. Okay, I'm running off. I'm not going to be able to change the outcome of this fight. So we're playing safe. We're going away. Drake is probably going to be gone. They'll take this. I'm a little frightened that Kha'Zix might chase. He's not. Alright, so I'm going to go out. I'm going to push this wave. And then to create distance, I'm going to go top afterwards. I'm actually go up and take these golems. I'm trying to find ways to just find extra gold around the map. But yeah, in the mid game, if you can get the mid lane and can stay in there basically farming and having that as your lane, then that's ideal, because then you're closer to the Drake and to the Baron and to the Rift, if the Rift is still there, of course. Otherwise, Drake and Baron. And this means that you can help out your team a lot more, which is quite important, because as a bot laner, you are two people. You have yourself and you have a support. So having two people in the mid lane close to two objectives is better than having one person there. And that's why you want your mid laner to rotate. Also, sometimes mid laners have what's it called, TP, their teleport, which again puts them in a situation where, well, they can basically get there really quickly. So that's kind of what you want to be doing. If they don't respect it, you have to go side lanes. Apart from that, what you're doing as an ADC, like, you have to understand that getting kills and eliminations in a game is a means to an end. You're not doing, like, the objective of the game is to get down the Nexus. So this is what we're playing around. We don't care if we get 10 kills or 0. We care that we're at the right place at the right time. And we deal as much damage as we possibly can. All right, so I'm sticking back here. I'm playing backline. I'm waiting for a good opportunity for my ult if the fight breaks out. And I'm trying constantly to think about where to go. Okay, so right here, there's their ult. I'm backing out. I'm using my ult here. I'm going to have to back out. I'm probably going to die because this Kha'Zix is a monster. He's super fed. But our overall position in that fight was actually pretty good. At this point, we're just struggling with the fact that they're extremely fed. Which does make this game really, really difficult. All right, so we needed a Lord Dominik's. Probably maybe should have built this a little earlier. The thing is, I finished off the Mortal Reminder hoping that the fact that I can healing reduce this much would hopefully put us in an easier situation in terms of getting them down. But it doesn't really appear that way. But we're going to start building like heavy damage items now, which is hopefully going to put us in a situation where we can start carrying this. But as an ADC, you know, you are the most gold dependent champion in the game. So yeah, we kind of have to try and snowball, and we have to farm up. We are pretty far ahead in farm, so we're actually not in a bad spot. The issue here is that the enemy has just gotten so many kills that it's difficult for us to deal with. Let's see. This wave is going to get pushed. So I'm going to go grab that one as it gets here. Yeah, this is definitely a difficult game. But yeah, here in the mid to late game, you play the mid and the late game very, very similar on MISS FORTUNE, which is, it's basically mostly about, I shouldn't have taken this fight, to be honest. Need to see if we can find a way out. Lucky that this Twisted Fate didn't really get his ult off to us. I think he used it somewhere else. In order to take down this Kench, we need that Lord Dominik's for sure. And we're just starting to build as much as we can here. I'm gonna back because I need to go into this mid lane. I'm not gonna run from this direction because I feel like it's too risky. If I run over a ward, they'll turn on me. My team is probably gonna throw this before. We'll see. I won't be able to. This turret is already lost, so I'm not gonna try and defend that one. Because it's an instant death if I go there. They still have Baron. Pasadin is in trouble. Okay, yeah. I even canceled my ult by mistake there, but it didn't really matter too much because he jumped away anyway. Yep, alright, we're running out. And we're gonna die. These guys are just so fed, like 10 to 15 full stacks of Soul Stealer. It's difficult for us to deal with. But we did, like, I feel like the fight we took there was decent. We did get down Kha'Zix. It was actually a good play by Poppy, or like smacking him into the wall there. Whether or not it was worth it, probably yes, because we did get the shutdown, which was quite huge. And I don't think Poppy is worth anything at this point. Well, she's worth probably 300 gold still, but considering the fact that we got 1,000, it's like it's a good payback, right? But yeah, for the mid to late game, it's very like it's the mid and late game on MISS FORTUNE is very similar. You play safe, you farm, you stick in the mid lane. If your mid laner is stubborn, you go to side lanes. If this is the case, then and whenever there's an objective, you try and group with your team. You try and make sure you shove the lane beforehand. Nice, and we actually got the shot down, which I'm very happy with here. You try to get the objective together with your team, and you basically, in all of these fights, you want to play a backline, and this basically means that you're staying behind your entire team more or less, and you attack whatever is closest to you. Once you find a good opportunity for casting your ult, meaning that either a high value target is there that you can get down, so in our case this would be like a Kha'Zix or Twisted Fate, so you're like, okay, I can pick this guy out of the fight using my ult, then you use it on that target. Otherwise, you try and hit as many targets as possible with it, or you can actually use it for kind of like a zoning potential. This is more advanced, but let's say that you know they don't have mobility, somebody's fighting right here, and what you could do is potentially to use like your ult to kind of zone people that are coming in to not go, because they're like, they will be walking into your ult in order to come help their teammate. So this is like some of the things you can do, but this zoning is very advanced and something that most people won't be using because it's just not like, it's not, and it's so very rare that it's useful, to be fair. Yeah, I have to just use my normal back here. We're still gonna try and see if we can turn this potentially, but holy shit, they did a lot. Yeah, Infernal Soul. Well, we did decent here, like considering how things did go. Like, it was okay, and it's a difficult game to deal with, to be honest, but it's GG. I think. Oh, they're actually kind of throwing it here. You guys think can we turn this? Can we turn this? Nah. Yeah, maybe there's like one way we can do this, and that's if we get the Elder Drake. It's like the only way, right now, and I think that's highly unlikely, because like we have 11 deaths on this Poppy. He's going for some kind of lethality build that I don't personally know, and by the looks of it, it's not working out very well for him. So yeah, it's very interesting. All right, we'll run down here. We'll get this. There's 20 seconds on this Baron, and the thing is, if we go Baron, they can backdoor. But I think the people we're playing against here doesn't seem that good that they're gonna backdoor. So I think maybe we could potentially go for it, actually, like for contesting the Baron without fearing for a TP backdoor. But then again, I don't know. Well, it's not really going to be necessary because our team is going to get picked up anyway. They're overextending way too much. So they're going to die, and now they take Baron. We can go for like a YOLO ult or something. But the thing is, if I go there, Kha'Zix will jump over the wall and he'll one-shot me. Like, trying to contest this Baron is... it's like trying to win the lottery. I won the lottery. Holy shit. Oh, no. I want to get up into this. Well, we won the lottery. We got the Baron, right? I didn't expect it. Well, this is what you can use your ult for this. Cannot believe we actually managed to pull it off. But yeah, this just shows that if people don't use their smite correctly, then we can actually get back. I can't believe we got that one. That was so bad by them, though. Oh my god, that's hilarious. All right, I don't think our team can ace them this time. I think this game is very much GG. This Kha'Zix was just way too fat. And same goes for Twisted Fate. Like, look at this guy, 28 kills. Come on. It reaches a... Oh, did hip respawn? Are we actually gonna... We're almost respawning. We won't be able to do anything, but we're almost respawning. All right. Yeah, I know this game was suboptimal. It was kind of a weird one. But I think with the context of everything that was said and showed, I still feel like it kind of shows off how to play Miss Fortune. So I hope you guys did enjoy this one, despite the fact that we actually lost it. I felt like it kind of showed like the limits of Miss Fortune, but also kind of how she's supposed to be used. But in this game, like, there's no way we can not die a number of times when they put 28 kills onto a Kha'Zix and then Twisted Fate on top of it and the Kench jumping in. Like, it's just a difficult thing to deal with. Anyways, I hope you guys learned a thing or two from this one. If you did, make sure to smash that like button. And yeah, if you are new in here, make sure to go down below, click that subscribe button, join into our awesome community. And yeah, if you want to see me live and hang out with me, go to twitch.tv/MipZ_live. But that is going to be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, stay awesome, have fun, and take it easy, guys.